Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will solve some of the MCQ from the chapter of polynomial. The first question says, if px is a polynomial such that y equal px does not intersect the x-axis, then the number of 0 is option A 2, option B 3, option C 4, option D no 0. So here the correct option is option D. Since px does not intersect the x-axis, therefore px is not equal 0 for all values of x. Suppose we have a graph like this. This one is x-axis, this one is y, which is equal px. If you draw the graph of the polynomial px as a function of x, this px, let's say, does not intersect the x-axis. So therefore, there is no values of x for which px is 0. So if that is the case, then the correct option is option D, no 0. The second question says, the 0 of the linear polynomial px equal 4x plus 8 is option A -2, option B 2, option C 4, option D -4. So here the correct option is A. From here we have to find the value of x for which px is equal 0. So therefore, from the given polynomial px is equal 4x plus 8, then we can write 4x plus 8 equal 0. If we take this 8 to this side, we will get 4x equal -8. So from here we can write x is equal -8 divided by 4. So x is equal, so 4 into 1 is 4, 4 into 2 is 8. So we'll get -2. So therefore the correct option is A, that is -2. The next question is, the polynomial px intersect the x-axis at one point. The number of zeros is option A 1, option B 2, option C 3, option D 4. So here the correct option is option A. Since px intersect x-axis at one point, it means that at one particular value of x, then px equal 0. For example, suppose if this one is x-axis, this one is y-axis. If we plot the polynomial px as a function of x, suppose we have this graph. This polynomial intersects the x-axis exactly at one point. So therefore, at this point px is 0, which means that the number of zeros is 1. So the correct option is option A, which is 1. The next question, it says, the polynomial px intersect the x-axis at 2 points. The number of zeros is option A 1, option B 2, option C 3, option D 4. So the correct option is B. Since px intersect x-axis at 2 points, it means that at two particular x values, then px is equal 0. For example, suppose if this one is y-axis, this one is x-axis. So this y-axis, let me put as px. If we plot the graph of px as a function of x, suppose we have this graph. So here at this point px is 0, and at this point also x is 0. Or we can have a graph like this also. Suppose the graph is like this. So at this point, x is equal, px is 0, and at this point, px, it is also 0. So therefore, at two particular values of x, px becomes 0. So the correct option is option B. That is 2. The next question is, the graph of the polynomial px is shown in the graph below. The number of zeros is option A 1, option B 4, option C 5, option D 2. So here the correct option is option D. So as we can see from the graph, px become 0 at two values of x, that is at this point and at this point. So therefore, the number of zeros for the given polynomial is option D. That is 2. Thank you for watching my channel and stay tuned for the new update.